So we're going to welcome our 3 judges for the Heelwork to Music final. They're the same as yesterday, so we've got Dawn Hill, Pamela Rusco and Karen Hardman. Now these are really experienced judges, aren't they, Richard?
Yes, they have a wealth of experience between them. Pamela judges a lot in the UK, Cathy has judged worldwide and she's head judge, so any decisions she's the person to make them. And then Dawn Hill is our overseas judge from Belgium.
So they're just going to get themselves out to the next seats.
And they're going to be judging on the same criteria as yesterday, aren't they?
That's right. We have the 3 areas, content, accuracy in team performance and musical interpretation. And they will each be scored out of 10 points.
So if you're new to Heelwork to Music, it can be a little bit confusing, but we're going to talk people through it, aren't we, and make it as simple to understand as we can.
That's right.
So we have a semi-final in December at the top 10 have gone through. No, sorry, was it?
So as Richard said, we've got quite a few previous winners here and previous finalists, haven't we? So it really is the very best of the best Heelwork to Music performers.
It is, and 2 of the dogs that were actually working have previously won the finals here. And so obviously we've also got Elsa, who won yesterday. She might be going for the triple because there's obviously the international final tomorrow as well, which she'll be in.
Fantastic. So our first competitor is going to be heading into the ring in just a moment. Here we have Cathy Bates with Twinkle, the Border Collie. This is a 2-year-old bitch, and they're going to be performing a beautiful song, I Dreamed a Dream, from Les Mis. Last year was Twinkle's first experience in the main arena, and she really took it in her stride, so ready to go again today.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid, when dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hope apart, as they turn your dream to shame. He slept a summer by my side. He filled my days with endless wonder. He took my childhood in his stride, but he was gone when autumn came. And still I dream he'll come to me,
Give a big round of applause. What a great routine.
Cathy Bates and Twinkle there. Such a beautiful, emotive piece of music. But Richard, was that a dream?
Well, it was a very nice performance with some nice emotional music, which Cathy does very well. She's a very smooth mover. And there was a lovely range of the heelwork positions that I was mentioning earlier. And a nice smoothness to the routine, which is what you're looking for. Because obviously the routines have got to flow nicely from one position into the next.
And the handlers aren't allowed to have any treats, are they? Is that, or are they?
No, they're not allowed any treats or toys in the ring. And the dogs here, unlike in the obedience ring, where you'll see the handlers holding their hand on their hip, the dogs here have to work without the hand being held close to them. You can see here with Twinkle, she's having to hold the position. She's using what we call a shoulder target or a head target to stay in that position, and that has to be taught. And over many months, the dog has to be built up in its confidence to remain there, even though the hands aren't there to help.
Now, they've taken part in Team GB, haven't they, this duo? So quite
They
experienced.
have, and they are experienced. They were actually also selected this year to compete at the World Championships in June.
So our judges just finishing up with their scoring. As we said, we've got 3 different areas and 3 different judges, so 9 points in total for us to get an average of. Great solid start to the competition, I think.
It was, and here we come with the scores, and a good 8 to start. Always a nice start there with the content. Accuracy a little bit down, and the dog there was perhaps not quite as straight in position. And then interpretation, you would expect to be fairly good there, so 8.3, 8.4, not too bad.
And deductions are made if the dog makes a noise, aren't they?
That's right, up to 4 points if the dog made noise. 24.13, that's a good score to kick off the competition.
A really graceful pairing here. They really did listen to that music and respond to it, didn't they?
They did.
Would you welcome into the arena Dodson with her border collie Devon?
So our second performer coming into the ring here, this is Michelle Dodson with Devon, another border collie. This is a dog, and they are going to be performing to Lost Boy. This is their 5th time together in the finals here at Crufts.
There was a time when I was alone, nowhere to go and no place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon, and even sometimes he would go away too. Then one night as I closed my eyes, I saw a shadow flying high. He came to me with the sweetest smile, told me he wanted to talk for a while. He said, Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that I'll never be lonely. And ever since that day, I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. He sprinkled me in pixie dust and told me to believe in him and believe in me. Together we will fly away in a cloud of green to your beautiful destiny. As we soared above the town that never loved me, I realized I finally had a family. Soon enough we reached Neverland. Peacefully my feet hit the sand, and ever since that day from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Wendy, darling, even Captain Hook, you are my perfect storybook. Neverland, I love you so, you are now my home, sweet home forever, a lost boy at last. And for always I will sing, I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free.
Michelle Dodson and Devon there, performing to a song from Peter Pan. Richard, will they have hooked themselves a good score?
Well, I think Devon was finding it a little bit warm out there today, and they're an experienced team, and you can see that the dog was holding some nice positions there. Perhaps could have used the ring a little bit more, because the judges will be looking and taking that into account, good use of the ring. And some of the cues there that the dog was being given, you'll see will be cleverly disguised in the movements of the handler that is choreographed with the music.
Michelle seemed to be using her voice quite a lot there. Is that common as a way of controlling the dog?
It all depends on your dog. Some dogs need more motivation than others, and so you have to give them a bit more vocal encouragement. And so it really just comes down to the dog, and sometimes when you get out there, the music's loud, and the dog just needs a little bit more help perhaps than it normally would.
So we're just waiting now for our judges to score Michelle and Devon. 10 competitors in total in this final of the Heelwork to Music competition. It looks like we have our score.
So at the moment we've got Cathy Bates on 24.13, so we're looking for a score to beat that. So accuracy quite good from two judges there.
Quite consistent so far.
So some 8s and 7s. Any deductions for noise? We'll see if the judges could hear. When it's noise, it could be just dog mumbling. But 23.40, so into second place.
So Michelle describes Devon as earnest, loyal, loving, but a little bit needy. So next in the ring, we have Christina, Oxtoby and Shai. This is a dog, 8 years old, and they're going to be performing to Fever by Michael Bublé. Shai is a rescue border collie, and this is his first time in the big ring here at Crufts.
Never know how much I love you, never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, and you know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Everybody's got the fever, that is something you won't know. Fever isn't such a new thing, fever started long ago. Romeo loved Juliet, Juliet, she felt the same. When he put his arms around her, he said, Juliet, baby, you're my flame, thou givest fever. When we kiss it, fever with thy flame in you. Fever, I'm a fire, fever, yeah, I burn forsooth. Captain Smith and Pocahontas had a very mad affair. When her daddy tried to kill him, she said, Daddy, oh, don't you dare, he gets me fever. With his kisses, fever when he holds me tight. Fever, I'm his missus, Daddy, won't you treat him right? Go! Now you've listened to my story. Here's the point that I have made. Chicks were born to give you fever. Be it Fahrenheit or centigrade, they give you fever. When you kiss them, fever if you live and learn. Fever till you sizzle, what a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn.
Give a big round of applause.
Christina, Oxtoby and Shai there. Now, Shai is a rescue collie, her first time in the big ring, and her tail never stopped wagging, did it, Richard?
No, he's a lovely dog, super attitude, really was enjoying his time out there. For her first performance, she must be over the moon with that attitude in this such a change of environment, even from a normal show. Christina's a music teacher, so she's got the musical interpretation side and the musicality sewn up there, obviously being aware of the music. And Shai really tried hard for her there. You can see the concentration on Christina's face. One of the things I often tell my pupils is you've got to put that smile on your face all the time, even though you're concentrating. And, you know, it's very nerve-wracking being out there. There's a lot to think about.
So Christina herself has competed twice in the freestyle finals, but she says this is her first time in the Heelwork. So how will she be feeling different about this?
Well, she has had a little bit of a time off. Her last canine partner unfortunately passed away, and you build such a bond with these dogs. It sometimes can be hard to get back into it. And Shai has sort of brought her back into the sport in the last 6 months, and she's delighted to get a qualifier and then get here today. So she must be over the moon with him to bring him into this environment, him perform with such energy and drive.
It looks like we've got our score here. Is this going to be a new leader?
So we're looking to beat 24.13, starting off with a couple of sevens and an 8.2 for content. Accuracies, 7.
Oh, bit of a change there.
Yes. So each judge will have their own ideas, although they're judging to the rules.
Possibly a little bit too low to be a lead, I think.
We'll have to wait and see what the average is. And it's 23 dead into 3rd place.
So Cathy Bates and Twinkle retain the lead at the moment.
But Christina must be over the moon with the way that dog has worked, and she can build on that next to come back next year and do an even more powerful performance.
So here we have our next competitor. Now this is Shuker and Freckle. They came 2nd yesterday in freestyle. So Freckle is a crossbreed Brit. She's 8 years old, and they're going to be performing to Confrontation from Jekyll and Hyde, described as a lovely, joyful little dog who can be a little bit overexcitable.
She's performing to Confrontation by the cast of Jekyll and Hyde.
Set you free. If you do, I'm sad to say it simply isn't so. You will never get away from me. All that you are is a face in the mirror. I close my eyes and you disappear. I'm what you face when you face in the mirror. Long as you live, I will still be here. All that you are is the end of a nightmare. All that you are is a dying scream. After tonight, I shall end this demon dream. This is not a dream, my friend, and it will never end. This one is the nightmare that goes on. Pain is here to stay, no matter what you may pretend. And to flourish long after you're done. Soon you will die and my silence will hide you. You cannot choose but to lose control. You can't control me, I live deep inside you. Each day you'll feel me devour your soul. I don't need you to survive like you need me. I'll become whole as you dance with death. And I'll rejoice as you breathe your final breath. Inside you forever now, with Satan himself by my side now, and now, and forever, they'll never be able to separate Jekyll from Hyde. Can't you see? Over now,
Well, folks, what did you think of
And
that?
Shuker and her crossbreed rescue Freckle there. I really felt the two sides of that performance, the Jekyll and the Hyde, Richard. How was it technically?
It was very nice there. Specifically the cross the back position that you'll see the dogs holding. That's one of probably the harder positions because obviously you can't see the dog. And Freckle did a lovely piece where the dog was across the back of the handler coming in, and the dog has to be very what we call back end aware, has to use its back end. And you're seeing now the dog backing on the left side, and that again requires the dog to be very back end aware. Freckle, she's like a little sort of spring, or you think she's going to go at any moment, and so full of energy, and that's a real good thing in a Heelwork dog, because you've got to be able to watch these dogs and see that animation in them.
Anne says that she's constantly on the go at home, and she's just so proud to have got her here into the main ring at Crufts. And we're actually going to see some more rescue dogs later, just around 1:30 in the agility competition. So really showing what these dogs are capable of with a loving home and encouragement.
That's certainly right, and lots of positive training we do with these dogs. We use lots of rewards, food rewards and toys, and you can see that in the way these dogs are performing. Their tails are wagging, their eyes and ears are alert, and that is the key thing when you're working with the dog. You want that dog to enjoy it, and specifically when we're coming into this ring for a routine, we want to convey to the audience the joy that we have working with these dogs.
That looked like a solid performance to me. Do you think we're going to have a new leader here?
I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how the judges interpret it. Oh, starting quite good there with an 8.4 for a content and another 8.2 from Dawnhill. Accuracy, a little bit in the 7s there and a low 8.2. And for the interpretation, 8.2, 8.7, 8.6. So that was a good score for the musical interpretation. Didn't see or hear any noise there.
So she's gone into the lead.
Yes, just sneaked into the lead there on 24.53.
So Anne and Freckle were second in freestyle yesterday, currently in the lead here in the Heelworks Music Final.
Very subtle.